Hello student, this is Ashish Vegadwa from the electrical department. Today we will learn cycloconverter in the subject power electronics. Let's move to the content of this topic. In this topic we will learn what is the meaning of cycloconverter, what are the different types of cycloconverter, what are the midpoint type step down cycloconverter, bridge type step up cycloconverter, and last we will learn advantages, disadvantages and application of cycloconverter. So let's define the cycloconverter. So it is a device which converts input power at one frequency to the output power at different frequency with the one stage conversion. It is AC to AC conversion. It means in input we have to supply AC supply. We will get AC in the output. That's why we are calling it is a AC to AC converter. It is developed in 1930s in the country Germany. Cycloconverter is consist of a various SCR which connected in various bridge manner. It requires force commutation. It means to turn off the thyristor we have to use various components like R, L, C, auxiliary thyristor, etc. to commute the SCR. It means to turn off the SCR. Let's see various types of cycloconverter. So first type is step up cycloconverter. In that having output frequency is greater than the input frequency. Next is step down cycloconverter. In this cycloconverter having output frequency is lesser than the input frequency. Next is single phase to single phase cycloconverter. It also having two types, that is midpoint cycloconverter and bridge type cycloconverter. In midpoint cycloconverter, we have to use center type transformer, whereas in bridge type cycloconverter, various diodes are connected in the bridge manner. That we will see later on. And the last one is three phase cycloconverter. In this cycloconverter, three phase input AC supply is converted in the variable output supply of the three phase with the variable frequency. First, let's see midpoint type step down cycloconverter. Means we have to use center type transformer to get the desired output, and same time we have to use 4 SCR, that is T1, T2, T3 and T4, and the load is connected in this manner at the center tap point. So let's understand how it will work. So step down cycloconverter, step down the frequency. It means here we have designed cycloconverter such that we will get output frequency is divided by 3 then the input frequency. It means suppose input having 100 Hz frequency, then we will get output of 100 divided by 3 is equal to 33.33 Hz. Now during positive cycle of the AC supply, it having sinusoidal wave which will shown here, which is a V in. Suppose first positive half cycle will come, and if we turn on the thyristor T1, then A terminal will become positive and the C terminal will become negative, such that if we trigger thyristor T1, then the current will flows from the A to the T1 to the C point to the load, and again it will come back to the common point, such that we will get one cycle in the output which is a positive half cycle. We can trigger the SCR in between 0 to 180 degree. Now let's see for second cycle. The second cycle is negative half cycle. Suppose during negative half cycle this bottom terminal B will become positive and center tap terminal will become negative. Now if we trigger thyristor T2, then current will flows from the B to T2 to the point C to the load and come back to the point C of center type transformer, such that we are able to convert negative half cycle into the positive half cycle by triggering thyristor T2. During this cycle also, direction of current will remain same in the load, such that it will convert from negative to the positive. Again positive half cycle will come. Again we have to convert positive half cycle into the positive half cycle to achieve desired frequency. Now suppose A terminal will become positive, then current will flows from the A to the T1 to the load and come back to the point C. Again we will get positive half cycle in the output. Now again negative half cycle will come, and now we have to generate negative half cycle in the output. As a negative half cycle will come, such that this bottom terminal B will become positive, center tap terminal will become negative as well as positive, and same time A terminal will become negative. Now if we trigger thyristor T3, then the current will flows from the midpoint to the load to the thyristor T3 and come back to the point A. Thus we will get negative half cycle in the output. Again one positive half cycle will come, again we have to generate negative half cycle from the positive half cycle. For that we have to trigger thyristor T4. So current will flows from the C to the load to the thyristor T4 and come back to the point B. Hence we will get negative half cycle in the output and direction of current will remain same. Again we will get negative half cycle in the input such that if we trigger thyristor T3, then again current will flow from the center tap to the load to the thyristor T3 and come back to the point A. That's why we will get output frequency is equal to the input frequency divided by 3. Let's see next converter, that is a midpoint type step up converter. It means in this converter output frequency is greater than the input frequency. Same time, let's see how this converter will work. So during starting we have to step up the frequency. So during positive half cycle we have to divide it into the 3 parts. So if a positive half cycle will come, then A terminal will become positive. Same time upper terminal of the midpoint will become negative. Same time bottom terminal of the midpoint will become negative. And the last one again it will become negative. So now if we trigger thyristor T1, then the current will flows from the A to the T1 to the common point to the load and come back to the point C, and we will get half part in the positive. And same time we have to turn off the thyristor T1 by using force commutation method, which we have not shown here. Now to generate negative half cycle in the output from the positive half cycle, we have to trigger thyristor T4 and we have to turn off thyristor T1. If we trigger thyristor T4, then current will flows from the C to the load to the thyristor T4 and come back to the point B. Hence we will get negative half cycle in the output. Same time again we can repeat the sequence to achieve one more cycle. That is, we have to trigger thyristor T1 and T4 sequentially. Now again negative half cycle will come, and to generate full cycle from the negative half cycle we have to trigger thyristor T2. So that current will flows from the bottom terminal B to the thyristor T2 to the load and to the midpoint. Thus we will get positive half cycle from the negative half cycle. And the last, again to generate negative half cycle from the negative, same time we have to trigger thyristor T3 such that current will flows from the C to the load to the thyristor T3 and come back to the point A. Let's see next converter, that is a bridge type step up converter. So this is a circuit diagram of bridge type cycloconverter. So it having 2 bridges, that is a positive conversion bridge and negative conversion bridge, in between having one load. So this is the waveform of cycloconverter. Now suppose A terminal will become positive during positive half cycle and B terminal will become negative, and if we trigger thyristor T1 and T4, then the current will flows from the A point to the T1 to the load. It will flows from top to the bottom in the load, and it will come back to the T4 and B point, so that we will get positive half cycle in the output. Same time, now to generate negative half cycle during positive half cycle we have to use negative bridge, and we have to trigger thyristor Tn1 and Tn3, so that we will get negative half cycle during positive half cycle, and current will flows from the A to the thyristor Tn3 to the load, and it will flows from bottom to top in the load. Hence the direction of current will reverse in the load and it will come back to the point Tn1. Thus we will get negative half cycle in the output. Like this manner we will get step up conversion in the output by triggering thyristor in this manner. Hence the output frequency of this cycloconverter will be 3 times greater than the input frequency. Suppose we have used 100 Hz frequency in the input, then in the output we will get 300 Hz frequency. Let's see various advantages of cycloconverter. The first one is it is a direct conversion. Next is it is a compact system. It is a variable speed range. It means by triggering thyristor such manner that we can achieve variable speed. It having higher quality waveform. It can be used in low speed application. Let's see disadvantages of cycloconverter. The first one is it requires larger number of thyristor. Hence the cost of the system will increase. It requires complex circuitry. The output frequency is limited. We cannot step up frequency beyond some limitation. Let's see question for assignment. The first one is explain cycloconverter. Next is explain different types of cycloconverter. Explain midpoint type cycloconverter. Thank you.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel LJB Electrical, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get latest video update fast.